And welcome to the super fun, awesome, happy time pedo show, episode 3 of the questions, comments, and stuff. Welcome.
Hey, welcome along. We're going to get some questions from the last video and from our group chat. If you haven't already, check out the Facebook group chat. A
Yes.
whole bunch of stuff going on there.
Link below.
Share musical things and guitar stuff and questions, whatever. And so,
First question is from Sasha Schubert. Hello, Sasha Schubert.
yo,
And his question is, what is that silver monster in the background on top of the rack? The one with the Fairchild style knobs. A compressor, looks extremely cool. A compressor question mark. It looks extremely cool and vintage. Time for another studio tour, I guess. So Alex, I think he's talking about this one.
yes. It is probably time for another studio tour.
It is probably about time for
Maybe.
both of us.
Maybe sometime this year we'll do
Yeah.
it. Oh no, drop my hat. So basically that's I think it's a Verimir compressor. It's made by Ecodec in New Zealand. Now,
Oh, Icadic.
Ecodec. And there's a he's kind of this small
I should get
company.
it up, so you can see it.
Yeah, get the way.
There it is.
He makes kind of a whole bunch of I think mostly solid state, but some valve stuff for recording and things like Summy mixers and preamps and things. But that one is it is a compressor. Unfortunately, it's not working at the moment, and it's on permanent loan from a neighbour. And he also gave me, actually, where is it? That thing.
That looks cool, yeah.
That's
We
a-
should take we might do photos and then close-ups. Yeah.
So that's on permanent loan too. That's a valve preamp, and that does work, and it sounds amazing. It has like a Pultec style EQ in it. It's really cool. Makes it on acoustic guitars, and I've tried on snare drum, which is awesome, last week.
Okay.
So yeah.
Thanks, Sasha. All right, up next, Aaron from Albus Band. Hi, Aaron. He asked a question. If you had to eat one food every day for the rest of your lives, what would it be? He chooses pizza.
I forgot about this one. Oh, that's tricky. What's yours?
At the moment, I've always been really into soups. I like soups. I've been a soup
Enthusiast?
enthusiast. That's a good word. I like soups. And at the moment, I'm really into ramen. I like ramen. So right now, I would probably go ramen. A good pizza actually is pretty good too.
Oh, so tricky.
But yeah, I'm going to say, or burritos are great too. But I still go ramen. So does it have to be the same style of ramen though? Or can you have ones with different stuff in it?
True, you could have different types of pizza, so...
Okay, so ramen. I'm going to go ramen.
Oh, I don't know. Too much pressure. I don't know. I'm just going to not answer that, put my hat on instead.
Okay.
Yep.
He
Next
doesn't know.
question.
Well, the next question is still by Aaron. It's a two-part question. If you could it's two completely separate questions, but two questions. If you could bring back and restart the musical career of anyone that's passed, who would it be? He'd say, Aaron would say Kurt Cobain, but he feared it may end up in a bad place, especially given the world today, and its consistent in-your-face social media-driven ways. So he'll say Cliff Burton. No offense to Metallica's bass player, but if that accident never happened, I doubt we'd ever seen a different bass player. Per usual, I love you guys. Hope you're well. We are well. Thanks, Aaron. So restart a musical career of someone. Pirate Alex.
Oh, yeah, that. I forgot that was on.
Shouldn't have said anything.
I kind of wonder what kind of music people would be making today that passed away like quite a long time ago.
Okay.
Not just in the last 10 years or whatever. What would Elvis be making these days? What kind of music Hendrix would be into? Because he was like really into creating sounds in the studio and things like tape flanging and that kind of stuff. Experimenting with textures and that kind of thing. Maybe some sort of Elvis Hendrix super band. Yeah, that's my answer.
With the dude from The Who on drums.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and it was still on bass.
Oh, but Ed was on bass. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, who's a good drummer that died?
Oh.
Was it Who drummer? Did he die as well? Or was it? No, it was just the bass player,
Is that
wasn't it?
Keith Moon?
Is that Keith Moon? Yeah, no, it is Keith Moon. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
No.
There you go. That's your super band.
Yeah. To give us put my hat back on.
Yes. For me, I'd probably go Kurt Cobain as well. It'd be interesting to see what he'd be doing because I think he was kind of. I remember him talking. There was talk about him doing an album with Michael Stipe from REM.
Right.
Be interesting to see what he'd be up to. Actually, another one. I mean, whether necessarily restarting the career, that would be maybe a bit of a stretch, but John Lennon, where he would have gone. Because, I mean, his solo career sort of was kind of taken off more and more and more when he died, when he got shot. But yeah, maybe Kurt Cobain, John Lennon. That's sort of what I would say.
There you go.
Richie Valens. But there's a dude. He died really young. I think he only released one album. Died very young. There's another guy, Richie Valens. Be interesting to see what he'd be up to. All right, next question from Robert Menzies. Hi, Robert. Of the guitars you use, what's your favourite and which pickups do you prefer the sound of? P90s, single coils or humbuckers?
Jazzmaster.
Yeah, probably my red Jazzmaster. That's what I would
Red
probably
one?
say. The red one. And
So what's... I always get confused. Which pickups are in the red one?
Seymour Duncan Antiquity 1,
Yeah,
sort of
right.
50s style, the late 50s, early 60s style. So the early Jazzmaster ones.
So what year was the Jazzmaster actually released? The first?
58.
58, that long ago?
Or
Wow.
50, maybe late 57, but 58.
Wow.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have thought that.
No.
Would have thought it was like a 60s thing at least.
No, late 50s.
There you go.
And so the Antiquity 1s are a bit darker. I find I played a couple of guitars with the Antiquity 2s and I didn't particularly like it.
Not so much?
No, they're
you go.
much brighter. And to me, the bright thing is, I don't like the bright thing. I prefer the darker thing. So that's probably one of my favorites. That it's a parts guitar. I really like the blue Fano, the Omnis MG6, and I really like the P90s in that. So maybe I would do favorite pickups. I would do a guitar that has I love the Antiquity neck pickup. The bridge I would like a bit more, like a hotter one on the Jazzmaster.
Yeah.
So maybe Jazzmaster neck and P90 bridge.
Sounds cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
that's me.
Probably my go-to guitar is this one here, actually, which is a Tompkins custom telly made by Alan Tompkins here in Australia. It is all Australian timbers. He did tell me what they were once, but I've forgotten.
Wood timbers.
Brown and lighter brown. And this was really... It's basically, yeah, just sort of covers lots of bases. They're Rio Grande pickups. I'm not sure which model, but they came in it and they sound great. I really like them. And but I just love P90s too. Actually, this one's just here. This Larrivee.
RS2,
Is that going to focus?
of course. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's on the background.
It's there anyway.
Yeah, this Larrivee is fantastic. Got lovely P90s in it as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Thanks, Robert. So last time I posted on Instagram as well a lovely picture of Alex in a pirate hat. You got to put the pirate hat on now. And we have this is part of a segment now called Ask Pirate Alex a Question.
Arr. Me hearties.
So Stuco, Stefan from Germany. Hi, Stefan.
Hello.
He wrote his question, and he actually wrote it. Arr. Any pedals you could never get a single decent tone out of?
Lots of them.
You scurvy sea rat.
See that?
I don't know.
It's probably a bit of a cliche, but I could never really get on with the Metal Zone. Honestly, tried.
Oh, you're a fool.
Had one for a while. Just too buzzy. Too many bees. Too honey heavy.
Honey heavy.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Bees make honey. Hat.
Yeah. That's Pirate Alex. So I'm gonna say probably like something like a Tube Screamer. I'm not a fan of having a clean bleed, like a little bit of clean in it. If you have a knob or you can adjust it, yes. But if it's unadjustable like in a Tube Screamer, I don't know. Never got on with a Tube Screamer. So I'm gonna say Tube Screamer. Thanks, Stefan. All right. And the last question for today, and the second question asked for Ask Pirate Alex a Question. Was by 240 Hawk. Orange amps. What are your thoughts?
Well.
Oh God! Wow, it's a flamboyant pirate now.
Yep. I have a question for you guys. Feathers at the front or the back?
Front.
Front. Okay. orange amps, I think you're fine with orange amps, is that they definitely have a big personality, a big voice.
Like the hat.
Hat. Maybe they're not the best pedal platform because they have so much of their own thing going on. If you just want a pedal platform, get a Fender.
I can't focus.
If you want cool crunchy tones, get a orange, that kind of indie rock stuff that kind of has some cool breakup and character to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want an OR15 actually. That's an amp I would really like to have. And can't look. And to me, orange amps are always, especially with P90s, they sound fantastic. But yeah, not for if you want to use pedals, don't use an orange. In my opinion, I don't know. That's just me. But
unless you build your pedal board around
that amp,
sound, yeah.
But
Fuzzes and stuff.
Not as versatile with pedals. But on its own, they sound great. They have a very unique sound, which I think that's part of the cool thing about them. And,
I think both of us haven't had heaps and heaps of time with them.
No.
So we're both keen to get one.
But in saying that, in a lot of amp plugins and stuff,
yeah.
I tend to gravitate quite often. If I just want a good crunch sound, I tend to gravitate towards an orange. Hat. All right, and then that's it for today. Thank you so much for all your questions. If you have any other questions, or if you want to ask Pirate Alex a question, that'll be on Instagram again. You got to go and check out our Instagram if you want to do the Pirate Alex.
Feather to the front or back.
Feathers front or back. And if you have any other questions for the next episode, put it in the comments below. We try to keep this semi-regularly, every couple of weeks or so. So, yeah, keep the questions coming. Thank you to everyone for sort of joining in and asking questions and stuff. And, yeah, see you in the next one.
See ya.